0. The account said 0. 8 months of work. Every trade, every session, every sacrifice. Gone. And the question that hits every trader in that moment is not about money. It is about identity. Am I done, or do I rebuild? In the next 10 minutes, I am going to show you the exact psychology and process of rebuilding a trading account after losing everything. And why the rebuild, done correctly, is the best trading education you will ever receive. Most trading account blowups do not happen in one trade. They happen over weeks or months through the same 5 mistakes, repeated over and over, each time with slightly more desperation and slightly less discipline. The first mistake triggers a loss. The loss triggers a bigger trade to recover. The bigger trade triggers a bigger loss. The bigger loss triggers more desperation. And somewhere in that cycle, the account hits 0. This is not bad luck. This is a predictable pattern. And the most important thing to understand before you put $1 back into a trading account is exactly which of the 5 mistakes destroyed yours. Because if you do not know, you will repeat them every single time. 5 mistakes that destroy trading accounts. Mistake number 1, oversizing positions. Risking 10 to 20% per trade instead of 1%. One losing streak at that size, and the account is mathematically unrecoverable. Mistake number 2, no hard stop loss. Mental stop losses do not work under pressure. The brain overrides them every single time. Mistake number 3, revenge trading. Taking bigger trades after losses to recover faster. This is the most expensive emotion in trading. It always makes things worse, never better. Mistake number 4, strategy hopping. Changing strategy every 2 to 4 weeks means no strategy ever gets enough trades to show whether it actually works. And mistake number 5, no daily loss limit. No hard stop on how much you lose per day means one bad session can wipe out one good month. 5 mistakes. If 3 or more of these were present in the account you blew, that is not a strategy problem. That is a process problem. And process problems are always. Here is the wrong way to rebuild. Most traders deposit new money and immediately try to recover what they lost as fast as possible. They use the same position sizes, the same strategies, the same emotional decisions, and they blow the second account faster than they blew the first. Because the desperation to recover creates even worse decisions than the original desperation that caused the blow-up. The wrong rebuild is driven by one question. How fast can I get back to where I was? The right rebuild is driven by a completely different question. What do I need to change so this never happens again? That shift in question is the entire difference between traders who survive and traders who quit. Before you deposit $1 into a new account, complete the pre-rebuild audit. 5 questions. Answer them honestly. Question 1, which of the 5 mistakes was I making most often? Question 2, What percentage of my trades actually followed my rules? Question 3. What was my average position size as a percentage? Question 4. Did I revenge trade? Specifically, how many times in the last month did I open a trade within 30 minutes of closing a loss? Question 5. Let me tell you about Jason. Jason had an $80,000 trading account. Over 8 months, he made all 5 mistakes. Oversized positions, no hard stops, revenge trading, 4 strategy changes, no daily loss limit. By the end, the account was at 0. Jason took 2 months off. He did the pre-rebuild audit. He discovered that 91% of his losses came from 3 things: oversizing after wins, revenge trading after losses, and trading without a stop loss on trades he was very confident about. He started over with $5,000. New rules: maximum 1% risk per trade, hard stop loss on every trade placed before entry, daily loss limit of 2%, no exceptions. Month 1, he made 8%. Month 2, he made 11%. Month 6, he had $9,400. 2 years later, Jason's account was at $120,000. Not from finding a better strategy, from eliminating the 3 specific things that destroyed the first account. The system was always there. He just finally followed it. The rebuild happens in 3 phases. Phase 1, survive. Start with the smallest account size that is meaningful to you personally. Risk 0.5% per trade, not 1%, half of 1%. Your only job in phase 1 is to prove to yourself that you can follow the rules for 30 consecutive days. Not make money, follow the rules. If you complete 30 days with 80% or higher rule compliance, move to phase 2. Phase 2, stabilize. Increase to 1% risk per trade. Your job now is to produce consistent, small monthly returns. Not big returns, consistent ones. 3 to 5% per month. Boring and consistent for at least 3 months. If you complete 3 months of consistent process, move to phase 3. Phase 3, grow. Now and only now you evaluate scaling, adding capital, compounding results. But only after. Losing a trading account is one of the most painful experiences a trader goes through. But it is not the end. For the traders who rebuild correctly, it is the beginning of the most important education they will ever receive. Because the rebuild forces you to confront every mistake honestly. No excuses, no blame. Just what went wrong and how do I fix it? The traders who survive blowups and rebuild with the right process almost always become more consistent than they would have been if they had never blown up in the first place. The loss becomes the lesson, and the lesson becomes the edge. Drop a comment below. Have you ever blown a trading account? And what was the one thing you wish you had done differently? I read every single one. And if this gave you hope or a clear process to move forward, hit subscribe and the bell icon so you never miss a video like this. I will see you in the next one.